A very good morning to all my dear students. I'm back again with another virtual class. Let's start it with a very positive note. I really pray to God that we all come together again very soon. Today, I'll be doing a chapter from your textbook whose name is Painting the Fence, and it's an extract from The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, and it's written by Mark Twain. And the characters of this play are Tom Sawyer, who is a 12-year-old boy. He's a 12-year-old boy, and the next is Aunt Polly, who is Tom's aunt. He's the main character. Aunt Polly is not only Tom's aunt but also Sid's aunt. And Sid, whose full name is, you will come to know the story. And Sid is Tom's 9-year-old cousin. Yeah. And the last one is Ben Rogers, who is Tom's friend. Yeah. Now, Mark Twain was the pen name of Samuel Langhorne Clemens. He was born in Florida, USA. Twain lived an adventurous life, and he was a riverboat pilot. His stories were also adventurous like him. Later, he also served in the army. He is famous for the adventures of Tom Sawyer and the adventures of Huckleberry Finn, who was also a boy of same character like Tom Sawyer. This chapter, Painting the Fence, is a play where you will read about what Tom Sawyer does on a Sunday when Aunt Polly makes him whitewash a fence. The novel tells the story of Tom, who is a mischievous boy who lives with Aunt Polly. The novel is full of the thrilling adventures of Tom with his friends Huckleberry Finn and Joe Harper. They run off to an island, explore graveyards, and constantly keep getting into trouble. So it was scene 1 in this play where Aunt Polly asks Tom whether he had planned anything special for that Saturday or not. Tom, in reply, says, "Yes, surely." He with Joe Harper were going out for a day for playing battle between their two armies and playing pirates. Aunt Polly asked Sydney, whose short name is Sid, about the school. He said that they had learned to write friendly letters just the day before. Then she turned to Tom and asked him the same thing. Tom answered that yes, it was fine. Aunt said, "Just fine. What did you learn?" Tom said, "Oh, we spent most of the day on geography. Lots of oceans were there." "Did you know that, Aunt Polly?" Aunt said, "Yes. How many oceans are there?" Tom said, "You must have learned." And now Tom is saying, "Sure, Aunt Polly. This is probably new since you went to school. There used to be a bunch of oceans, But about a few years ago, all the oceans in the world flowed right into the Mississippi River. So see the collective noun he has used for oceans, and so long he was trying to fool his aunt. And when his aunt caught his mischief, Tom tried to praise her by saying, "Oh, you look very pretty with an apron." Aunt Polly understood that Tom was telling lies and not gone to school on the day before. She said, "Didn't you play hooky?" The hooky means being absent from school without permission. Aunt Polly said, "Not only that, you got in a fight." She told Sid to bring Tom's shirt. Sid returns with Tom's dirty shirt. Aunt said that the shirt cannot get dirty by studying about oceans. Sid was sticking out his tongue at Tom behind Aunt Polly's back. She led Tom off by his ear, and Sid laughed uncontrollably, and Tom looked at him angrily. Now comes the second scene of the story. So, as a punishment for skipping school, Tom was asked by his Aunt Polly to whitewash their fence. Tom says that it's not fair. There's only one Sunday in a week, just one, and it's a day of freedom. And here I'm stuck painting this old fence. Very soon, Joe Harper and Ben Rogers and all my friends will be heading out to play, and I'm going to be stuck here all day. But Tom took a deep sigh and began his task, that is, painting the fence. Ben Rogers came and he was in a very happy mood. He came singing and then approached Tom and asked, "Hi Tom, you're up a stump, aren't you?" Up a stump means in a difficult situation. Tom ignored Ben. Ben says, "Poor Tom, you got a lot of work to do." Ben asked Tom whether he was going for a swimming or not. But then he added, "Of course, you would rather work, wouldn't you?" Tom pretends to like that task of whitewashing the fence. He said, "Does a boy get a chance of whitewashing a fence?" He began to whistle as he continued with his work. Suddenly, Ben said, "Let me whitewash a little." Tom again started pretending and said, Ben, that he will not be able to do so as Aunt Polly is very particular about this fence. If it was the back fence, they wouldn't have minded. It had to be done very carefully. He further said that he thinks that there may be one boy out of 2000 that could do the way it's got to be done. Ben insisted, saying, "Oh, come, now let me just try. Only just a little. I would let you do if I was in your place." Tom said, "Ben, I would let you do, but Aunt Polly had not let Sid to do." Ben said that he will be careful while doing the work. Tom said, "Well, all right, Ben, just for a little while, but be careful." Ben said, "Sure, Tom." So in this way, the other boys also arrived. They also begged to paint, and for that opportunity, they traded an apple, a kite, a doorknob, made of brass, a dog collar, etc. Like children, you also do this type of dealing with your friends. As if you give me this pen, I'll give you 2 stickers. Like that, Tom also did in this way, and he sat there singing and enjoying his apple while his friends were doing the work. Aunt Polly thought to punish Tom by giving him work. But Tom was so clever that he passed on his work to his friends. So, this was the end of the story, and it's time for me to close. Make sure you build up your immunity so that we can fight with our enemy, Corona. The days are coming for the survival of the fittest, and we must be prepared for it. Stay motivated and connected. Bye bye. See you. Take care.